All right. You're welcome to this free session. It's a Valentine's gift from Credulen, and let me say, Happy Valentine. Happy Valentine. My name is Zach Akimani, and this is the year of AI. So let's get right into it. I'm just going to. So this session is just going to be broken down into two segments. The first segment is just to show you a brief of a high level overview of what AI has been doing, the opportunities that exist for especially for people of African descent. Probably you are still in Africa, you are currently residing in Africa, or you're an African immigrant out there, in the Western Hemisphere. All right, so let's get right into it. And it's just about AI and automation. So what do we have here? So once in a while, I might just want my face to show so that you can see me. So I'm using the recording because I'm also recording this for the community. Okay, so the first thing I want to say is the world is changing, right? The world of work is changing. Integration of AI is, AI has already been integrated into different sectors, and organizations are increasingly adopting AI technologies. They are embedding AI into their systems to streamline recruiting. Most likely, when you apply for a job, AI is what is being used to know whether you qualify or not. That's real. You're using personalized customer experience, and I'm going to show you some of those things here. Personalized, automate transactions and predictions that has been going on in the data world for quite a long time, providing insights, and customer operations. So AI is not coming; it is already decided who becomes valuable or not. And that takes me to this, where I say the real divide is about people that use AI and people that don't use AI. And what do I mean? AI will not replace people. Basically, people that use AI will replace people that don't. It is that simple. It's either you're an AI user or you're an AI dependent person. If you're AI independent, you struggle to bring out valuable output in this world because productivity is going to increase at as exponential rates and faster rate, and you will not be able to catch up. So it is that's just that, how simple it is. And it's about productivity too, because before, manual processes, manual drafting, manual analysis, reporting, and all those manual stuff. Now you have AI automation workflows that can, summarize a lot of things. You have an AI data analyst, you have an AI that can execute workflow, manage your calendar, manage your time, and even co-manage your team. It is that simple. And if someone can complete in 1 hour a work that took 4 people 6 hours to complete, then who becomes indispensable, right? And another beautiful thing about this AI stuff, is that it is a location equalizer. I know many people from Africa, still in Africa, African descent, find it hard to get remote work because many of these remote works now, they are not like maybe 2 3 years ago, that because COVID made a lot of remote work globally remote. Now remote work are mostly not globally remote, or not, they are no more work from anywhere. They are remote work, but you have to be in a particular country, and many of those countries, Africans are not there. So it's kind of creates a digital divide, a digital fence. Now with this, AI reduces the importance of where you live. That's beauty, and increases the output of what you can do. And I'm going to show you some stuffs here. Companies are truly hiring globally because AI talent is still scarce. But I can tell you, this is not going to be on for a long time. Probably by next year, a lot of people out there are going to catch up, and probably they'll go back to the remote country mode or hybrid mode. But now AI roles are remote global or remote work from anywhere. So skills are traveling further than geography for now, and it is not going to be for long. Another beautiful thing I want to talk about is AI is not just improving jobs, it is creating new income streams. Yes, you can decide to create your own AI automation agency. Yes, definitely. You can help businesses streamline operations through automation solutions. That is where the beauty is. You make a lot of money for setting up an AI agency, or you can be a workflow consultant. You can be an AI implementation specialist. You can even decide to upgrade your 9 to 5, by transforming your career, leveraging AI. You can be an AI content creator. A lot of people are doing it, faceless YouTube, all of those stuffs. Yes, Yes, AI is able to do that, but I'm going to show you something that is more important than faceless YouTube. I can show you that you make more money because a lot of people are not looking in this direction. So pay attention. Yes, AI-driven freelance services offer specialized services for people on freelance places through Upwork and all that, through AI workflow automation. And let me say this: many of what I'm going to be talking about is not about you knowing how to code, right? There's the AI side where you know how to code. Maybe, for example, you want to be an AI engineer. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people that have no technical experience but want to gain in on the AI knowledge. And this AI is for you because many of the engineers, I'm also an engineer, I can show you my background, and not so, they're like, oh, this AI thing, they'll try to tell you that this AI thing is working, but it's not going to do something on production grade or enterprise level kind of work. It's somehow true, but somehow not true, because AI is really, really catching up. AI is becoming better and better by the day. AI of 2-3 years ago is not the AI of now. Definitely AI of next year January is not going to be the AI of now. So it is the rate of its improvement is exponential, right? So you don't joke with it. And this is for you that don't have any technical experience, because it has leveled that playing field for you. You can build apps, you can build an entire workflow to automate an entire business without knowing how to code, and that's what I'm going to show you. But you see, this requires, and this is a lot of possibility, but if you don't have the skill, all you are just doing is just motivating yourself. And I'm not a motivational speaker. And watching YouTube videos like the one you're watching now does not mean you have the competence, right? So we'll get there. Prompting ChatGPT, I'm not yet to talk about ChatGPT, and prompting ChatGPT is not automation. Get that right. Theory is not equal to execution. Information is not transformation. To succeed in the AI landscape, you must engage in structured application, and I'm here to help you. And this is where the real value comes in, where transforming knowledge into practical skills that can lead to income and career advancement is where you want to be. It's really where you want to be. And a lot of people are, there's the missing bridge where a lot of people are curious about what AI is, but they don't have the capability. There's some people have the capability now, but they don't know how to translate it into income. So there is a missing gap. Some people are still curious. They don't have any AI capabilities. Some people have moved from that curiosity or awareness stage to that capability. They're already building practical skills, but they don't know how to convert practical skills into income. If you are in any of this category, you should listen to what I'm saying, because where I want to get you to is whether you are at the awareness stage or the practical skills. I need to get you to the road application where you are translating your skills into meaningful outcomes, which is income. You are translating your curiosity or awareness into meaningful outcome, which is income. So this is for you. And let me say this: Credulen is here to help, right? That is why we are doing this, because this is a Valentine's gift for you. Where we are going to create a structured pathway, not just random tutorials. Yes, we create structured pathways for you, and real workflow AI automation use cases. AI agent design principles. This so we have the bridge. Credulen is the bridge. Yes, we are here to help you build the real workflow AI. We have use cases for AI, and in our community, we help you to build, we coach you, we have weekly accountability, you build portfolios. You are going to be the AI agents. A lot of people are talking about AI agents now, and we are not just going to teach you tools, we teach you applications that translate to income, structured pathways that translate to what? Income. And that's what we are about. So before we go to the demo section, where I'm going to practicalize what some things about AI, understanding AI automation. What really is AI automation? It encompasses several key concepts that dramatically transforms the workplace, because a lot of people talk about AI. Most of what people have been seeing online is about creating content, generating images, videos, beautiful. These are things that make content generation very beautiful. But how has that given you income, right? A lot of people say faceless YouTube. Good, some people do that. But is everybody going to doing faceless? Is everybody going to be cut out for being a content creator, even though it is AI that can create it? And you see, I'm not even ruling that out, because that is part of what we are going to be covering here. But you see, much more than that is what we are talking about. Bigger opportunities exist than that. which is what? To workflows, AI, automation, because where the real money is in the businesses that have money, that want to automate their process, that want to make AI to increase their productivity. They are the ones that have money. So that brings me to the demo session. But before I go to the demo session, let me just show you some things so that you know what we're talking about. Now, for example, look at this job. For example, this is an AI workflow and automation specialist job, and they are paying about $1,000 to $1,500 per month. On a global scale, that is low, but if you are earning this kind of amount from Africa or from any part in the global south, this is good money for you. And everything they have put here is what you can actually do. None of them really requires coding. Is you know how to use AI to create workflows, and that's what one of these I want to show us here. This is also another job here, where the salary is competitive. The role of anything, beautiful. They even talked about anything, which is part of what we'll be showing you in this demo session. So other things, I mentioned earlier that before I go into the demo session, I said you can decide to start your own AI agency. You can decide to be a consultant. So for example, look at Upwork. There is a job here. They are looking for AI automation specialist. They are going to be paying you about $10 to $25 per hour based on how well you're able to do it. So let's say on average you're paying $20 per hour, and you are doing that work for maybe 25 hours per week. So because it's less than 25 hours, so if you say 25 times 20, right, that's like about 25 times 2 is 50, right? That's $500 per week. So if you do that times 4, that's about $2,000, right? So that's good money, and that is just a gig. Now you can decide to set up your own AI agency where you are servicing clients, business. When I say clients, businesses that they are going to be paying as much as $10,000 for a project, as much as $20,000 for a project to automate some of their process. And at the end of the day, they can even do a retainership. And so these are some of the business models that people can go into. Even if you don't want to do a 9 to 5, you can start your own AI agency. So that there are many opportunities exist, and a lot of people are not in this space. You need to take advantage of it fast. So let's go straight up into the automation. Some of what I'll be showing in the automation, these are some of the things we are talking about. For example, this one is a video generator. That, for example, some of you that are into the content, love to create content and all of that, what this does is it's just an AI workflow that keeps churning out content for you on social media, because you want an endless loop an AI workflow that can create content. So if you are for the content generation set of people, apart from just going to some website to create animated videos, you can have a workflow that will generate content consistently for you, and that's part of how people are able to make money with this, faceless YouTube and all of that. For example, this one is an advanced job search and application assistant, where it helps you to search for job. It writes a cover letter based on that job. It filters. For example, look at this. There's something that I wrote here: African aware eligibility filter. What this one does is it checks, okay, since you are applying from an African perspective, it checks, okay, if some of those jobs are globally remote or not. It does a lot of data passing, and this is an AI job assistant. Many of these things we have, and of course this is what I was showing us in this place. This one is an AI assistant, as an email assistant, where you can just integrate, and this is just a demo. And this one is a WhatsApp sales agent. Is a WhatsApp sales agent that can help you to sell some of your stuffs on WhatsApp if you're a business person. And if you are not a business person, you can decide to create this for businesses and sell, and this is part of what you can do in your agency. So the opportunities are endless. So let's get right into the practical session. We have an AI agent email assistant to create, and what we are going to do is to add a trigger. What this AI agent is going to do is going to be a chat message is received asking to send an email to a specific customer by name. And what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to add the first step, and I'll just search for chat trigger, right? And I have it added here. So what I'm going to add is an AI agent. Just want to add an agent. So just simple stuff, nothing complex. So it's nothing is connected to the AI agent too. So let's try to send a message. So you see this is working, the chat trigger is working, but there's an error. It's a chat model sub node connected. That means this is just an agent, but it has no brain. So in the brain is going to be the LLM connect. So now we have an LLM connected to this AI agent, and I can say, hello, how are you? So let's see what's going to do. So you see it's responding now. Let's see. Just trying to drag this up a bit. So I'm just trying to drag that up, but it's fine. All right, good. So you say, hello, how are you? He said, hello, I'm doing good, thank you. How can I assist you? So let me try something. I'll say, my name is Zach. How are you? So I'll say it again. Hi, Zach, I'm doing good. So I'll ask it, what is my name? So now, this is a classic example of one of the things I explained in the class, where I talked about context. And normally when you're chatting with your ChatGPT, once you tell it your name, it can remember, because there's a memory attached to when you're using the LLM in ChatGPT directly. But because we are using it for this automation, there's no memory. So if I'm using ChatGPT directly, it will not give him the response, because already at the back end of ChatGPT, they already have a memory attached to every conversation. So one of the things I'll just do is also to assign a memory. So I'll say memory. Already we can use this one for beginners. The other memory is MongoDB, MongoDB, Postgres, but just use this. So remember I said something about context window in one of our classes. Look, my name is Zach, how are you? So it will respond to me. So I'll say, what is my name? Let's try it again. So you say your name is Zach, how can I assist you today? So just by adding memory to it, you see that it has been able to infer from previous conversation. And we have a memory for it. So the next thing we want to do is a tool. So I'll search for Gmail. So one of the things I need to do first is create a credential. So you see, so we created that, and you get an email notification. So the next thing you want to check is you see this node has been added, which is under the tools. So we'll see, double click it back and try to make some adjusting. So it's a send operation, so we'll leave it as send. So this append anything is so that it doesn't add anything as a signature at the end of the conversation, just like the way it did for when we're working on Telegram. So I'll uncheck it, and I think this one is set properly. Next thing we need to do in our code is to connect it to our Google Sheet, which serves as our customer database. So the next thing we need to add is another tool called Google Sheet, because we want to use Google Sheet as our customer database. So what I'll do is, because I've created an account before, that's why. So what I need to do is, because it's already connected to this Google Sheet, remember I renamed this Google Sheet to dummy data customer B. So it can see our data. So from which list, you see dummy data, can you see, which is the name of this Google Sheet. Then of course from which sheet, just one sheet there, which is sheet 1 here. So I've selected it so it can see our data, and so let's try and run it. Hello, how are you? My name is Zach. So normally it's not going to engage anything in those two, because it doesn't need anything yet. By just interacting with the LLM and the memory. So I'll say, what is my name? It should remember my name because we have a memory there. Good. So now I'll say, can you send an email to okay, so there's something I had done before, so I'll delete this system prompt and just leave it blank. I'll just say you are a helpful assistant, which is what is always there by default. So I'll just leave it there, and I say, can you send an email to Sui to reschedule for tomorrow? So let's see what it's going to do. He's saying, could you please provide me the email address of Sui and a specific time or details you would like to include in the rescheduling? Now, the reason why he's doing like this is because we did not create a good prompt so that it will know where to check the email for Sui. Already it has access to the email for Sui because Sui is here. Sui, look at Sui. Can you see? Look at Sui. This is Sui. So by saying Sui, you should be able to come to this database and check who is Sui, then grab Sui's email address, then send the email. But because we have not prompted it, we just give it a very vague prompt. You see where prompt is very important in your automation journey. So let's look at the prompt. I see system prompt UI. Remember prompting now. Assign it a role. You are a personal assistant AI agent. Your primary role is to send emails. You have access to 2 tools: contacts, right, and Gmail too, right? Tools, contact. Use this. By the time I copy this now, I'll just grab this. Remember what we had done before. You should send an email to Sui. We'll resend it again. We give it instruction again, and we'll see what to do. So I'll come here, double click on it. I'll delete this one message, then paste it inside. So once you have pasted it inside, we have our system prompt. So now I'll say, can you send email to schedule for a trip to Cayman Islands? So it will look at it, just see it has grabbed the email from here and it's not going to send the email. So it said the email to Sui has been sent to reschedule trip to Cayman for tomorrow. If you need any further assistance, an address. So let's check that. It said rescheduling our trip to Cayman Islands. You see, hello Sui, I hope this message finds you. I would like to schedule a trip to, please name you, best regards, Zach. You see, it did what we wanted because I told it that it should also sign off any email with what best regards, Zach. So I would also say, okay, send an email to Zach to update the training schedule for the Japanese student. Tell him to put them in proper format of agenda from executive level to junior employees. It has to be well detailed. Alright, so it will look who is Zach and you see, and you send that email. See, so it has to go and check the customer database for who is Zach before sending an email. So he said, hello Zach, please update the training schedule for the Japanese student. Can you ensure that the schedule is organized in proper agenda format, starting from executive today? It's important that the agenda be clearly structured to facilitate smooth training. So thank you for your attention to this matter. Sound like okay to this, not to this matter. I think this one. Okay, looking forward to a confirmation. So you see, it's very intelligent. It's not giving you the same kind of listing. So this just gives us a very good way of using an AI agent to serve as an assistant. It has become an assistant because it can now engage tools that we are giving it access to. So it is not just like a chatbot now, but it's like an active assistant. We can only send a message to send things for us on our behalf. All right. So I really do hope that the practical session was quite it. I hope it was not too overwhelming. We tried to just make it as short as possible, and this brings us to what we talk about our AI career paths. Now, this is for building skills for emerging opportunities. And when we say imagine, they will not always be imagined. That's just the truth, because after a while, people will catch up. And our programs are structured in a model for unlocking AI's potential for you. And who is this AI automation specialist for? It's for students, professionals that want to 10x their productivity and earn new income streams, right? Business owners who wants to automate their business and cut operating expenditure significantly, and all of this requires coding. You want to start an AI agency to serve those business owners, this is for you. And none of this requires coding. You can learn these stuff to start earning money in 2026. And we go through the career pathways, but before I go that, why the AI automation specialist? Why that? The reason for it is because one of the biggest use case for AI this year will be on automation. Businesses are reducing the number of staff, but they are increasing output, increasing productivity. What is on the screen, what you are seeing on the screen, is a proof that a lot of companies are beginning to use AI agents, for their work. And imagine a manager that doesn't know how to, manage a team of humans and AI, right? You will not be much needed again in that workforce, because AI agents are now replacing people. Now, imagine you're an employee that knows how to build AI agents. You just become your value as just 10x in that company, because no matter what you do in that company, if you can do something like this, they just automatically see in a new light, and you can renegotiate your terms and conditions with them, right? So this is something that we want people to look into, and you can work from anywhere and all of that. And lastly, who is going to be taking you in this course? So this is me. This is the person speaking with you. I have years of experience. Before AI, I have been doing data. I've been a data analytics consultant. I've worked with firms in the US and Europe. You can check me up on LinkedIn if you want. So let me just open my LinkedIn so that you know the person speaking with you. So it's /IN/ yes. So that's my LinkedIn. So this is me. So I'm not I'm not just a person that doesn't. So you can check me up on LinkedIn if you want. Now, I'm the co-founder of Credulen. 8+ years of experience as a data professional, 4+ years of experience as a data professional in blockchain, 3+ years of experience as an AI consultant, right? So we are not just in this community in Credulen. I'm not just going to be taking you theories, or no. Someone that has years of experience in the industry. And these are some of the trainings I've done trainings for people within the country, outside of the country. You can see this was a training I did for a telecoms company outside of the country, and where I trained their staff. So this was a very interesting use case where the company wanted to train their AI. They wanted to train their employees on how to use AI for their own personal productivity, not for the company. And it was very interesting because I initially thought the company wanted to train their employees to be able to use AI for the company. But after a while, I got to understand that what they wanted was, they wanted me to train their employees on how to use AI for themselves first. Because if they can use AI for themselves, some of them might say it not even work in the company. And you know what's the catch? Actually, the company was already implementing some very advanced AI stuff that might mean that some of their employees will not need to work in that company again. So this was a company that was thinking ahead to equip their people with AI, so that even if they don't have a job, they have AI to make new income streams. And the ones that will stay back are people that will be able to use AI, use the AI that they're already implementing in the company. So this is something that some companies are already implementing, have facilitated, have created content, have trained their staffs, their employees on AI. So this is someone you'll be learning from and the experience. So I want to encourage you. So let me just bring this out here. I want to encourage everyone to to scan this barcode, join our program. Our next cohort is starting very soon, I think a week or 2 weeks from now. Yeah, so you can either scan this QR code or type this link in your browser and just fill the form. What this form is just going to do is a Google form. It will help us to assess your career interest and of course select the AI automation specialist, because it's not only AI automation specialists we do in our career selector. We have some things around blockchain, data analytics, and all of that. But because of the sake of this video, the context here is the AI. So once you are selecting your career pathway, select the AI automation specialist option in the Google form and fill everything, submit. Then once you submit, you should be able to, once you submit the Google form, after submitting, you'll see a link to join a WhatsApp group. You don't need to pay anything to join that WhatsApp group. That WhatsApp group is the pre-enrollment group, where you are on, where is the waiting room before entering the cohort. So click to join that pre-enrollment WhatsApp group and we'll take it off from there. We follow you up and ensure that you join the cohorts, because there's a lot of money and a lot of value to create in 2026. See you at the end of 2026 smiling, making a lot of value and making a lot of money along the way. Thank you.